Morning. First of all, let me just say it's an honor to be back this season. I think about my coaching staff who called me all season a rookie, so I can get that off my plate this season, being my second year. Thank you, Commissioner Warren and your staff, for a beautiful job that you've done so far today. And with that being said, I'll open the floor up for some questions.
On your right, Coach. Third row.
Hey, Coach. Keegan Nixon with thehoosier.com. Obviously, a really loaded non-conference schedule this season. Is that what the country should expect to see from Indiana year in and year out as long as you're at the helm?
Well, again, I think competition is great, man. I mean, it's good for your program. I thought last season we made a major step. My whole team, that was the first time they experienced the big dance. And, I remember back in the day, we used to always experience the big dance. And so I was very excited for our ball club. And we thought coming into this season, not even knowing if we were going to get Trace back, Race had committed to come back. We had already put our schedule in play, with North Carolina and Kansas and Arizona, which I think is good. I mean, it gives us the opportunity to play some of the best teams in the country, and just see where you are as a ball club.
Last row on your left, Coach.
Hey, Coach, Ted the Roof with Big Ten Ted here. Where does Jalen Hood Shafino kind of fit in your lineup, and really the other freshmen, what impact do you expect them to make for Hoosier basketball this year?
Well, it's been pretty competitive. All the freshmen that have come in this season, I like them because they are competitive. And Jalen sits right at the top. I've kind of had him in the starting lineup. I've had him on the second team. I'm just trying to look at combinations just to see, who's going to start and who's going to get the minutes. But he's been a great addition to our ball club because he does a little bit of everything for our team, which is kind of nice.
On your right side.
Hey, Coach, Myron Metcalf, ESPN. How's your team handling a lot of this preseason hype and buzz about their prospects?
Well, it's what it is. It's a part of the game. When I was in school as a player, I never bought in to the rankings and, what the media would say about our ball club. You still got to go out and play the game. My senior year, we were ranked #1, and we didn't get it done. So at the end of the day, I guess it's kind of nice, for our players who haven't experienced that. But again, you got to go out and play. I mean, you got to prove it on the basketball floor. That's when it counts.
Fourth row on your left.
Mike DeCourcy from the Sporting News. I wanted to ask you about Trace's return, how he can, obviously he wants to have a great season with you guys, but how he can make it work both for him individually in his future pursuits as well as become even a more dynamic player for you guys.
Well, again, I mean, he was the missing piece. He's the major piece to our ball club. And, I kind of rolled along this summer trying to figure out if I was going to get Trace or would I have to go out into the portal and find another big. But he made it easy for me when he decided to make the decision to come back. And it just puts us in a better place. I mean, he had a tremendous season last season, and I just got to get him to the next level, to the point where if we handle our business in terms of winning, I think everything else will take care of itself. But, he's really put a lot of work in this summer and shooting the mid-range to three-point shot. And, I've never been one to tell him not to shoot it. I think in the game he's just got to figure out when's the right time to take the shot. But, he was a workhorse for us down low last season, and he does a lot of things for our team. He blocks shots, he rebounds, he pushes the ball in the break. I mean, he's a great passer out of the double team. So I just think sky's the limit for him this season, man. I'm going to try to push him in the right direction, and hopefully everything else will take care of itself.
Mike, John Fanta from Fox Sports, you talked about back in the day, you used to be used to it every year of reaching the heights that you're now aspiring to reach here this season. I'm just curious, what's the thrill factor for you when you get up in the morning and when you're coaching this group, that you are the head coach in Indiana, and now all those things that you strive to do back in your playing days are on the table for this group as the leader of it?
Well, again, it's me and my staff. We got a big task ahead of us. I mean, that's what I signed up for, which is okay. I feel good about what I do as a coach. But at the end of the day, we got to get 17 players playing at a high level in order to win the Big Ten or a national title. The Big Ten is good, man. I mean, you got a lot of great coaches, a lot of great teams. So, and then our schedule early is very competitive. So we got a lot of work to do this season, man. But you can't run from it or be scared of competition, man. This is what college basketball is about. And I came here, I signed up for this, so I'm looking to push these guys to the max and see what happens.
Hey Coach, Abby Schnabel with the Wisconsin State Journal. The Big Ten has kind of always been known for its centers on the court. How important is it still to have a dominant big man in the Big Ten, and how have you seen the league move more towards positionless basketball? Well,
again, I think college basketball was always built around having someone big, a low post presence. When you go around the college game, not just in the Big Ten, there are a lot of nice dominant players that play in the low post, and we happen to have one. So it's kind of nice for us in terms of when I'm preparing and trying to put a game plan together. I know I got an ace in the hole that can do a lot of things around the bucket. But it's going to take more than just trace. We got to put if I go 9, 10, 11 deep, those guys got to be ready to play and compete around me to help us win at a high level, man. I mean, it's just a lot of talent in college basketball, and I mean, you just can't fake it. You got to go out and compete every night for 40 minutes and just see what happens.
Coach Woodson, thank you so much for your time.
Hey, thank you. Enjoy your day.